What's up, YouTube? Motobro here, and since the last video I actually had to pull off the carbs about 2 or 3 more times just to clean them. What I ended up doing was I had just a regular bicycle pump with the needle for basketballs and stuff like that, and I just stuck it in there in a couple of the air holes and the fuel holes and just blew crud out, and it seems to have worked really well. Because I did get this to run a little bit, so we'll see if it'll work again. I got our fuel on, batteries on, ignition on. Another thing I'm gonna have to do is this tank is it's from a Honda Rebel, which of course it doesn't fit on this, but whatever. We'll see. So let's see if we can get this on. Oh, she stalled. Might have too much fuel in the carbs because it was running earlier. And I did see a little bit. Yep, dripping out. So let's try that again. So, before I wasn't getting any, as you can see underneath there, that it's dripping out. Which before, I don't know if that's water. Well, it looks like water and some gas. So, right now, I put a low pressure letters on. Feels off, so it'll just burn whatever else is in there. It'll start up. Oh, throttle cable came loose. Mighty hard. Control the throttle. Turn this off first thing. Oh, the battery's almost dead anyways from messing with this all last night. So, there's a couple things, a lot of things actually, I gotta still do to this bike. The biggest thing was, of course, getting this engine to actually run. But I gotta replace the wheels, put new tires on, have to, whatever, I have a whole front brake kit, a rebuild kit, that I gotta go through. That'll probably be the next thing once I get this sorted out. As you can see, I need the other, return cable for the throttle. I do not have it. Alright, there we go. Although I do have some extra cables lying around, so I might be able to use one of them. Let's try this again. There we go. I don't know if she's gonna start. Alright. So, carb 1 is not sucking in gas, but everything else is. And I guess that's all that the carbs have in it. So I still have to go through this carb because all these other pipes are nice and warm. That's not. So, alright, that sucks. But the other thing, of course, I have to do is gotta take them apart anyways for the proper jetting for these pods, which I don't remember because I've had them for so long. I've been working on this bike for 3 months. It's Christmas Day actually, so. Yeah, 4, 2, 1 exhaust. I don't have anything else dripping out of here. So I'm guessing what happened, maybe that spark plug is not sparking. Maybe that's what happened. that that carb is sucking in fuel, but it's not getting burned in the cylinder. That's what I'm thinking is happening, and it's just getting sucked out with the rest of the exhaust. So I gotta figure out why number one is not sparking, which of course would be the spark plugs. Spark plugs in here were just cheap Champion ones, so I'll get some NGKs in the future. So yeah, that's basically it. Like I said, what I gotta do is rebuild this front brake. I have all new front brake that I'm gonna do. Replace these tires and inner tubes and everything. Clean up this, which it's pretty much wired. The only thing I had bypassed was the clutch switch and the emergency switch, just because I was reading some people having issues starting it because their emergency switches were bad. So I just took that out as a factor. I don't even have to worry about it. Now I can put it back together. And also some of these miscellaneous wires, because everything else is plugged in. I actually don't know, this is not hooked to anything. These are not hooked to anything either, so yeah. Anything else? What else? Oh, well, the rear wheel, I gotta open up that wheel, and I'm pretty sure the brakes and the pads aren't bad, other than just being dirty. Since this was ridden around on a farm a lot off-road, so it's probably filled with dirt in there. So I'll probably just clean that up, and if they're usable, I'll use them. Also, the brake rod, I had to chuck that, and I got a new one, so I'll be throwing that in there. Because the one that they had was all bent up and completely rusted. I'm gonna try. Yeah, I have these shocks on there because they're original shocks. I don't know how the suspension or anything is. I do have new shocks, so I'll probably just throw those on there, along with this rear blinker, which it's pretty torn up inside. I guess it was dropped on this side, so I'll have to figure out how I'm gonna do that, or if I'm gonna just replace all the blinkers and get like LEDs or something. So yeah. Oh, and the other thing, of course, is the speedo. Yeah, this is, well, at least the bulb in there is shot. I don't know if this actually turns. I don't think so, because on the underside of it, I don't know if you can see. Anyways, it's pretty rusted through. It's got some holes in there, and probably a nest of some wasp at some point, so it's probably, I'm just gonna check the controls and probably get some new ones, or maybe I'll just get a single control. I actually like those single controls. I do have a windshield for this. I actually incidentally got it for Christmas, so put that on there. Other than that, we'll just be getting that inspected and registered and be good to go. Might paint the fender too, just black it out, the rest of the bike, since I got a black exhaust. Same with the rear fender. And I'm thinking the new shocks that I got are shorty shocks, so lower the end a bit. And yeah, I know it'll affect the handling, but that's fine. This is not going to be a race bike. It's just going to be like my cruiser bike. I like cruiser bikes. I don't really care for race bikes. I had a 1982 Honda Nighthawk CB500 SC. That was my first bike, actually. A lot like this one, and it was okay, but I just didn't like. I didn't like the height, and I'm not a pretty tall. Well, I guess I'm average height. I'm 5'10", so this sitting down, flat-footed and stuff like that. I really just like that style, and since I don't ride aggressively, the other thing I might do is change these bars, because, like I said, I don't know what tank I'm going to put on here. This tank obviously is not going to work, just because it's Rebel type, and I don't feel like drilling holes in the frame or adding bolts and studs and stuff like that for this. And also, I'll have to get like mini apes for this, which I have the original handlebars, although they're bent, so I'll have to bend them back, which is just another pain in the ass, really. But yeah, if you have any suggestions or like I said, I'm thinking more towards, I don't know what that style is called, bobber brat style. It's not a bobber because I'm not going to cut the fender. I actually like big fenders on my bikes. I don't know why people remove the front fenders. To me, it seems kind of stupid. I like my front fenders. I like big fat fenders, like this style, which is overkill. But yeah, just the updates and she runs for now. Now, thanks for watching. Like, rate, comment, subscribe. Thumbs ups appreciated since I actually got it running. Yeah, thanks. Peace.